Welcome to the Where's the Finish podcast. We are three runners talking to our friends, sharing stories about running, training, life, and asking the essential question, where's the finish? WTF.
Welcome to Where's the Finish podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Shae.
And today with us we have a guest, Emily Quintanilla. Did I say that correct this time?
Yes, got it.
Good
job, Joe.
How did I do that the first
time?
round?
Yeah. How many times did you practice leading into that?
Quintanilla.
I do that, over
Emily Hoover.
That's funny.
Well, thank you for making the trip to come down and meet with us tonight.
Yeah.
We just had some wonderful Kevin cooked dinner, and we're all thinking about Turkey Day. By the time this comes out, we have all stuffed ourselves with giblet gravy and mashed potatoes.
And
Giblet gravy.
Come on, you got to have some, or you say some people call it giblet.
Okay, I've only heard it giblet. I've never heard it giblet.
It's spelled with a G.
Is it GIF or is it GIF?
It's always been GIF.
It's gift.
GIF?
But I'm pretty sure it's GIF.
No.
Are you sure?
No, the creator said it is GIF, but he's just wrong. He didn't know.
Jif is a peanut butter.
I need to remember. I need to remember when I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner
Peanut
this
butter
week
connoisseur.
to leave all the onions out. Maybe I should just like put the onions somewhere else.
Well, just tell me what's going to have onions and I won't eat it.
Well, I'll try not to put onions in anything.
Well, then
just-
why do you have onions in your house?
Because I cook with onions all the time.
Then put them outside in the garage.
Then I'll just bring my EpiPen.
I could just plant them in the yard and grow some more.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, everyone, don't offer
poison me. Why
Shae
are we
any food with
telling
onions.
everybody my kryptonite? This is horrible. Somebody's going to see me in a race and sabotage me by putting onions in
Apparently, my
flag.
kryptonite's dirty jokes.
Would you like this chocolate covered apple? It's actually an onion. It's got layers like ogres.
So, how long does it take you to get here? Not too far.
About 50 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad, but the
Scooch
fact
up.
that people make trips to come talk to us, that's kind of cool. Thanks
Thanks for coming
taking
hanging out.
time out of your night to come over here. So you've been like tearing up the ultra scene for a while. Maybe I think the first time I met you was at the Skunk Ape 100. You were volunteering at the 49th Avenue Trailhead. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah, I think you were down there with my wife. Maybe.
I was with Natasha.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and so that's kind of when I got to finally find out who this wonderful person is, and then since then I just keep running to you everywhere. Like you're like a visa everywhere I want to be.
I have FOMO.
Yes, we relate to that.
So bad.
So if you're not running, you're like volunteering or you're showing up somewhere. We can always depend on you for help.
Hey, you came to PTC as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang out?
Just to hang out.
Just to hang
Yeah. I wanted to come volunteer, see what it was about.
And
then
you're signed up for next year?
immediately
Yes.
signed up.
Yeah.
You saw everybody
You saw how
suffering
shitty
and
we
you're
were?
like, yeah.
Give me some of that.
Well,
It's
and
more
she-
suffering.
Yeah, and I had my foot care kit, and we were going to have some foot class out there, but actually Dr. Olson was out there working, so we actually got to pull the expert over and
Yes.
have her show you how she tapes up feet too.
It was
So-
awesome because, well, you remember my feet at
Yes.
Sizzler, and then my feet at SOS were so much better.
Yes.
Learned.
Yes.
Learned things.
Well, that's the thing about ultra and running is, just learning as you go and implementing the things you need to implement. So tell us a little bit about your running history. How did you get to where you're at?
So, I'm in recovery. I've been clean and sober I celebrated in August 12 years.
All right.
That's
Congratulations.
Wonderful.
Yeah, good
Thank
for you.
I used to always say I don't run unless the cops are chasing me. So,
They were, literally.
and when I was about 2 years sober, I started dating my husband, who was training for his first marathon.
That's so cool that you didn't start dating until after you were married.
Wait, what? Oh, that's right. He was my boyfriend at the time. And I smoked cigarettes and he didn't smoke. And he was like, listen, smoke if you want. I think it's bad for you. It smells bad, And I think because he kind of left it up to me, it was like, oh, okay, I want to quit. Plus I worked in healthcare, still work in healthcare, and sneaking off to go find a place to smoke and smell like cigarettes. And I worked in ortho at the time, and we would see x-rays of people that smoke and their bones don't heal. And I was like, oh my gosh, this really is bad. So I decided I was going to run. And, I told myself, you're a runner now and runners don't smoke. So
I like it's logic. It makes sense to me.
was my mantra. I changed a lot of my habits. Like instead of smoking after eating, I would immediately go hand wash the dishes, or when
Something
I
with
felt
your
like
hands,
smoking,
you're
I would
fidgeting.
Like breaking
Yeah.
the habit.
breaking the habit. And I didn't have a plan. I wasn't like following a plan like my boyfriend. I just went out and ran until I couldn't run anymore. And then I walked, and then I ran until I couldn't run anymore. And then I walked. And
So kind of jeffing.
yeah. I got like addicted to seeing how far I could go. It was like,
Yeah.
this time I did a mile. This time I did 2 miles. The furthest I got at that point was like 9.5 miles. And then I was like, I kind of stopped going for distances.
So
Were you signing up for races during that or just doing it?
I was just doing it. And the first 5K I ever did, I swore I would never do another race ever
Really?
again.
Why?
Yeah. Because like I was in my head and I was comparing myself to like all the other people, and you feel like they're all going faster than you. And then like with a 5K, which is still my least favorite distance, you feel like you go out fast and then you have to maintain or increase that pace the entire time. And I'm one of those people that if I run super fast, like I'm going to throw up.
Yes.
Yeah. So I crossed that finish line and I had to wait like a good few minutes because I swear it was going to come up. I did not throw up, but that was not a good experience for me. And I was like, never
so
again.
people who love racing a 5K, that's what they're going for, to hit themselves that hard to the limit that they are at the point.
Not for me.
You know what?
Why is that fun?
It's like
I don't
it's
like
fun for
feeling
some
sick.
people.
That's why I don't race races. I just run them. It's why actually I never took on heavy drinking or anything like that either, because I didn't like feeling sick. I didn't like doing things myself that made me feel sick. So why do it? I mean, it still makes no sense to me. I don't want to feel bad when I'm done doing something or in the middle of it. Just makes no sense.
That's not right. You do ultras.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Sorry, you
it
say
makes
you
me
don't want to
hurt.
feel bad in the middle of something. I saw you're signed up for ultras.
It makes me hurt, but it doesn't make me feel
Oh,
sick.
just wait. Just
Yeah.
wait. Long haul's coming, bro. I'm just saying.
So, I mean, can we talk a little bit more about your addiction? Because if you don't mind, I mean, I think it's a really a story that resonates with a lot of people in ultra running specifically. I can't think of, I couldn't number the people that I have ran into that got into this sport because of their addictive personalities. A lot of them are recovering. Even me, although I was never addicted to alcohol and drugs, I ate my way to fat. I mean, super fat, like morbidly obese fat, So I broke that addiction by replacing it with running. And I still fight that addiction. I still overeat sometimes, I'm not down to,
trust me,
I'm
yeah.
still not where I
Guilty.
want to be,
Why are you guys looking at me right now? Well, I don't
No,
understand.
I'm just like, because we all relate. I know.
Yeah.
It's just like, a lot of people, they're like, oh, people who are big just only, eat certain things. And it's like, no, when I was in the worst of my binge eating addiction, along with like some mild orthorexia stuff, I literally binge ate a pound of carrots.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't just binge unhealthy things. If you have like the binge eating problem, it doesn't matter what it is. It's still the mentality and the mindset of it.
And my addiction can morph into a lot of different things. Before I actually went through a program and got a sponsor and worked 12 steps,
Yeah, good for you.
I would try to go dry for periods and it would morph into binge eating, hiding my eating, overeating till I'm sick. And I can still easily get into that. It can morph into shopping, which is still kind of a problem, or a lot of things. I still have an obsessive and addictive personality for sure.
So how did your addiction start? Do you remember back to, can you like name what it was?
So I come from a long line of addicts, alcoholics. I have family members that have been sober for as long as I can remember, and I have family members that are still battling. My mom and my dad divorced when I was 3. And when I was about 5, my mom started seeing a man who had 3 other kids, and they ended up getting married. I have 3 siblings. my biological siblings, that I realized that I play a part in all the things that happened to me, but it was kind of traumatic growing up with my sisters. And so when I got this new set of siblings, I gravitated towards them because I had hopes of being accepted and loved by my siblings. And they used to come over every other weekend, and their eyes would be red and they'd be laying around, and I would think, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? And they'd say, I have allergies. And I believed that they really had allergies. They were
How much older were they?
House. My stepbrother, he is about a year, was a year older than me. He passed away. My other stepsister, I think 3 years older, she passed away as well. And then her older sister is probably about 7 years older than me. But especially my stepbrother, we became really close friends. And my best friend from elementary school, her mom, so I grew up, there was no alcohol in my house because my mom was sober. And my best friend's mom was like the town, like, drinker, her house was the party house. And so I saw this contrast between my house and her house. And even though, like, we would start out like, oh, it's a fun night, we're dancing in the kitchen, to the next moment she's yelling and screaming and kicking us all out of the house. But my mind only remembered all the good stuff.
Yeah,
and I thought, man, I can't wait till I can get, when I can drink whenever I want. Like, that was like the sign of being an adult, was I can drink whenever I want. I can drink in the morning. I can drink in the afternoon. I can drink all day if I want, So I had that mental, twisted thinking about being able to drink. Or
I mean, you were looking for, that high, that happiness high that it gave to you, like, temporarily, because you were really kind of missing that from some of the home life that you had endured.
Yeah.
And that's tragic. I mean, that's we hear that a lot of people, and that's sad. But you know what? You've got a great story. I'm gonna let you continue telling me.
So one day we had some babysitters over at my friend's house, and we got into her mom's stash, and the babysitters were like, hey, you want to get high? And I was like, sure. And my best friend was like, no. And even with her not wanting to do it, I still wanted to do it with these older people. So I did it, and then they're all like laughing, like, haha, she's got the munchies. I'm eating a bunch of food. And so then I go home, and my stepbrother was over on one of the visits, and I said, can I tell you a secret? And he says, yeah. And I told him what I did, and he was like, now you can do it with the rest of us. and
how old were you then?
I was 13.
Okay.
Yep.
And from that point on, everything that we did and every choice that I made revolved around my ability to drink or get high with my siblings. My older siblings stopped doing it with me because there was I wrote this really long note to my best friend, and she left it in her lunchbox. And her mom found it and told my mom, and it pretty much outed like every member of my family.
Oh.
But my stepbrother stuck by my side. And so even to the point where I was in musical theater, and
I love some jazz hands.
Oh.
I was in musical theater too.
A thespian?
it.
I've always thought that was a
Yeah.
lesbian.
What?
A thespian?
Thespian.
drama club, musical theater. I was in concert choir.
Yeah, me too.
And I have a sister that is 15 months older than me, and she also was in theater, but we had some major sibling rivalry, more on her part than mine. And so she was older than me, and she went to this magnet school for the arts. And mind you, when we were in middle school, she was in 8th grade, I was in 6th grade, and she made my life a living hell in 6th grade. So you have to audition to get into this school. And I'm like, I'm auditioning. So I audition and I get in, which she told me I would never get in. And she said, if you come to this school, I'm going to make your life a living hell. And so my stepbrother said, well, if you come to high school with me, we can get high every day.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, I choose that.
Oh, man.
So I got expelled from high school 3 times.
Ugh,
The last time I was arrested.
no.
And then I went to my first long-term treatment program. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't
Wow.
ready to probably accept it at that time.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Was
you were
like a
fighting
court-
and kicking.
Was it
and
like
screaming
court
the whole way.
mandated or something?
Well, my mom sent me there, and then she showed up in court for me, and they slapped a court order on it.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't run away like some of the other kids did. It was a faith-based program. I did become a Christian. I'm still a Christian, not to the point where I have to wear long dresses and look at
same.
the floor.
Same
and,
here.
You know,
Joe, I want to see you in a long dress.
Oh, I'd love to wear a long dress. Okay. Whatever.
As long as
I
it's
can
got
wear long
pockets,
dresses,
right?
but,
I got
like,
pockets.
You can wear it with
we
me.
weren't allowed to, if there were men around, we had to look at the floor. We
boy.
weren't allowed to listen to any secular music, watch any secular TV. Pretty much it was.
I went to a
Bible
church like
and-
that.
You found a strong one. You went very hard in one direction.
Yes.
You're like,
I
this
was
direction,
stuck
let me
there.
go all the way there.
Yeah, I was there for 18 months and then got out, and it was this huge culture shock to, go from that to going back home. And it wasn't long before I was back to my old stuff.
Old stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. If you don't change your environment, you're not going to change your behaviors.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of hard to do when you're a kid. Mm-hmm. You know.
And so then I got into the rave scene.
Oh yeah, love me some EDM.
I actually have a rabbit in the moon tattooed on my lower back.
Yes.
I got the tramp stamp.
So excited.
And people used to point out and go, that girl knows where the drugs are.
Jesus.
And I rented this apartment that was, it was the attic of a house. And so the ceilings got very short in different areas. Like, the middle is the tallest. And people would like bump their heads. Somebody had to go to the hospital because they hit their head on a doorway. We painted it all these different colors. And like, we painted the shower yellow. It was the yellow submarine. Like, it was.
My daughter had a house like that at her first place, and like the roof went over the bathtub, and you could not stand in the bathtub to take a shower. You had to sit and take a bath, and like everything was wet and rotted and horrible because you'd spray water all over the place.
They called it the duck house or the doll house.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, it progressed, from rave drugs to harder things, and at my lowest, it was IV use
Oof. That's rough.
and
That's the hardest thing to come back from. It really is.
very hard
Yes.
to come back from. And I did live on the streets, and so like when I'm doing ultras and like my feet hurt or my legs hurt, there was a period of time where I had really bad staph infections, all in my legs and my feet and my ankles. And I went for not months. Okay. Weeks. It's hard to judge time when you're, but I had a lot of pain, and I would just wrap them and they would ooze, and I'm sorry
Yeah.
for getting gross.
No,
I'm
no.
glad we
No.
already ate.
Yeah.
But by the time I got to the ER, they were like, why did you wait so long? You could have died, but I was just doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
So got kind of bad.
Yeah.
But my
So then
life
the
has-
pain of ultras is not as hard as that horrible
No.
staph infection pain.
Like part of what helps me run is thinking about, okay, so when I finally got sober, I did go to treatment. I was there for 4 months, and it was not a Christian program. And I'm kind of science-y. So there was like a video that they were showing us where they talk about like when a person uses drugs, it releases the chemicals that you already have in your own brain.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, so we were just like cheating the system, but I can still get those drugs.
You sure can.
So now like when I'm running, I'm like, look at me, like I'm getting high and I'm doing like healthy things, and
You go hug somebody and you get those drugs, and
yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can still get these drugs. I just have to work a little bit harder for it, but I'm willing.
I mean, it's almost the same amount of money sometimes.
Yeah,
It's probably cheaper.
Well, and I do think that's probably why there's so many people that are recovered from one thing or another in the ultra community. I mean, because it does take a certain type of person, I think, in order to, because most people can't comprehend the thought of running 100 miles, And,
Same.
And I don't even know if we really can either.
No.
But, it takes a certain type of personality to do that. I don't think everyone could do it or would do it.
Well, and I also read somewhere that people that have suffered post-traumatic stress are really good at doing ultras because they have the ability to compartmentalize.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And when I did get to treatment, they diagnosed me with PTSD with dissociative tendencies, which is like a superpower.
I never thought of it as being like PTSD myself, but as a kid, I was subjected to so much high levels of stress, in my life, in my family life. I mean, I was always at 100% on my stress level, so that whenever I came back down to a normal level, the running stuff, the other stuff, I mean, like when I was in the military and combat and things like that, I never rose to that same level of stress. I was inoculated to a certain level of stress. And
Desensitized.
Yeah.
You're desensitized to that levels.
And
Yeah.
I think I've shared this before of like, my first ultra, like I was hearing like for my first 100-mile, people would say, oh, you're going to get your highest highs and your lowest lows during, the 100-miler. Not even close. It's like my lowest lows couldn't even hold a candle to my lowest lows in life. So it's like,
I agree with that.
the people who say they get their highest highs and lowest lows during 100 are very fortunate.
Yeah.
I agree completely. And it's good to have those things to reflect on. And, I did go through like EMDR therapy to help me with the PTSD because I was repeating
That's an
patterns.
interesting kind of therapy. I've read on that one.
When they told me, I was like, this is crazy.
So can you tell us what it is? 'Cause I've never heard of it.
So it's eye movement, DR.
Yeah. So it's
So basically, they have you. So you tell them a traumatic memory, and so my trauma in my life is not just from my sisters. Living the life that I lived, I subjected myself to some dangerous situations.
Sure.
And they tell you to come up with a traumatic memory, tell them about it, and then you talk about what healthy core, like what's the core belief there and what's the truth. And so then they tell you to focus on the truth, and then they do like, they'll either use a pen or lights or have you hold something in your hand, something to make your eyes move back and forth. Because when you have rapid eye movement during sleep, that is when you are processing memories.
Right. REM sleep.
So they have you reprocess that traumatic memory while focusing on the new core belief about that memory.
I want to try it.
It's eye movement desensitization and reprocessing.
All right. I want to share a trauma. You guys ready? Shae, you got to get your screen
This
I'm going to do it right now.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
EMDR is actually kind of controversial in some therapy spaces.
I'm going to try it though.
So
But so is cognitive behavioral therapy, and that's the most common behavior. I mean,
I
that
did
type
that
of therapy.
too.
Did you?
too.
Nice.
And I'm
All
a
right.
believer.
All right. I'm going to try
I
it.
want to do it.
too.
I
I
want
want to share a
Kevin.
trauma. I want to share a trauma.
Okay.
All right, Joe, get your finger
I
ready.
got my finger ready.
Seeing Joe naked. Ah!
We have to talk about the new core memory.
Also seeing Joe naked. Oh, that's funny.
So how did it come about? I know we kind of just start briefly talking about it, but how would we call it, a replacing running with that? I mean, how did that kind of?
I don't know that I would say replacing.
I mean,
but
I mean,
it's finding a healthy coping mechanism to deal with
I think
that.
but
Yeah,
When you
what
get
would it
into
call?
the ultra realm, it does become a bit unhealthy.
unhealthy. Yes.
Okay.
And then
Fair
sometimes
enough.
you get a coach that brings you back. So I think that can be a help.
So you started doing some local running, just running yourself, and then you did a 5K or two. How did that progress?
So my husband did his first and second marathon. His second marathon was at Space Coast.
Nice.
And he had...
Is this the husband that you dated?
Yes, I dated him and then
Okay.
I married him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
Usually,
Just making sure.
that's how it works. Where'd you meet him?
Well, not to out him, but he's in recovery as
Okay,
well.
that's okay.
Oh, that's good. That's like you have that inbound
Yes.
support, so it's not one person sabotaging the other.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's great. And we were friends first, which is even better.
Oh yes, much better.
I friend zoned him in the beginning, and then like our friends would like make like insinuate things because we're both like big geeks and would quote the same movies. We're big Star Wars fans, like the whole thing. And they would like insinuate things. I'm like, no, Francis is just my friend. And then one day we were on the phone and he like said something super flirtatious. And I was like, what are you doing? And he said, I'm trying to flirt with you, Emily. And I said, well, did you talk to your sponsor? Because I went from rebel girl to completely by the book girl. I was
okay.
like, and he was like, no, are you crazy? I was like, you need to call your sponsor, and I'm calling my sponsor, and we'll talk later.
So that must have been pretty early in recovery for both of you.
Yeah, I waited a year to date anyone because, again, I was a rule follower. So he,
But he's got such great mustache.
he does have
it's just amazing.
And he was like running a lot at the time, and he did P90X and like
Oh, man.
I mean, he's
What about
still
Insanity?
smoking hot.
Do you guys remember
He did
that?
Oh, I do.
Insanity.
Yeah, Insanity. That was stupid.
And he had like this beard, like a Forrest Gump. Like he would run, and he would wear like these hippie headbands and stuff. And yeah. But I didn't think about him that way, I promise. So then, in fact, I took him to a New Year's Eve function shortly before all this happened. And I remember thinking to myself, everyone's going to think that we're together and I'm not going to find anybody. I was so mad.
Oh my gosh, my boyfriend is cock blocking me.
But I digress. So his second marathon was Space Coast, and he developed foot pain at some point during the race. And so the last 2 miles he was like limping. And I think he has some PTSD from it because he hasn't wanted to run another marathon since then. So he started doing halves, and so he would do Space Coast every year. So I think it was probably 2 years that we would come to the finish line and like cheer him on. And then he was like, I want you to do a half with me. So I'm like, okay, if we're doing a half, I'm not going to do what you do. We're following a training plan to a T. So
Nice.
got a Garmin, got the training plan, and I made him follow everything with the training plan. And I did my first half, and we did halves like once a year for probably a few years. And it was after COVID, so 2021, I think. I got really into lifting weights and lost a bunch of weight because I had gained COVID weight the year before. Because I'm like all or nothing. I'm like, oh, I can't go to the gym. I'm just going to sit around and eat everything that I'm not supposed to eat. But then
That sounds amazing.
it was bad. I was miserable. So I started lifting weights and I got in really good shape. And he was like, I think you could do a full marathon. And I was like, if I ever get to the end of a half and feel like I could go further, then I'll do a full.
Well, that's not the mindset, because like any long run, aren't you always just like, even if it's like a 10 mile, you're at 9 miles, you're like, am I almost done?
Well, not mentally. So it was more like a physical.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
the feeling like you can't walk when you're done. No, like my muscles felt good at the end of that half marathon. And I was like, oh, I could probably go further. So I was 39 and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a full before 40.
Hey.
And so I signed up for Space Coast. That was 2022. And I trained. And everything went really well with my training. My 20-mile run was amazing.
Nice.
And then on race day, shit hit the fan. Everything was going good for a while. And then it was before mile 13, because I remember my husband was doing the half, so we were going to split off. I started getting I think it was right knee pain and left hip pain. And I attribute it to, he got me a Peloton for my birthday. And instead of doing a shakeout run, I did, having not cycled in forever, ever, did a power cycle. on the Peloton, and I
Yeah,
Look
that
like-
sounds like it would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
and didn't really stretch afterwards because
Oh, yeah, we don't stretch. We don't. Runners don't
yeah,
stretch.
yeah, I don't like stretching. So it was literally the run walk people that, because I was not a run walker then, or a gala walker.
Jeffing.
You were out there jeffing.
I was not a Jeffer.
Mother Jeffer.
The run walking group, they carried me literally through the end of
They're a
that.
That's an
bunch of-
option? Wait,
Yeah,
people
they're-
can carry me through the marathon?
Yeah, they are a very supportive group of people. Yeah.
That's what he's looking for.
God damn, I want somebody to carry me.
That's jeffing awesome.
And I had a code brown.
Oh, no. All right, we got to hear the story.
So like we had a joke that I like during my trainings, I would literally have to stay around my house for the first 5 or 6 miles because I was having this issue of, oh my gosh, like there's an explosion that's going to happen and I have to be home and then I have to go out and finish my run. And I figured out what it was, and that is much better now. But I was very cognizant during, is that a word, cognizant?
Yeah.
During the race
Boy,
that I was going to
sorry.
have to find a porta potty at some point. And I ended up getting past mile 6 and I'm like, oh, it's not going to happen. I'm good. And then it was like mile 18 and all of a sudden it was
was not
hit.
The bottom fell out, huh?
2 miles from a porta potty.
Oh, no.
You know, like the aid station, you guys have run it before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where they hand out wet towels.
Yes, that's mile 20.
I was very grateful for the wet towel.
Oh, no.
It wasn't really bad. It wasn't really bad, but I was grateful for the wet towel.
I mean, it's
So here's-
any level is bad.
Yeah. Like when
Yeah.
you start to get the low back sweat, that's
Yes.
when you know, and you're like, no.
Low back sweat.
Do you
Oh,
not
yeah.
get that?
Oh yeah,
What?
I
Oh,
get
yeah.
that.
Joe, what do we?
I sweat everywhere all the
No,
time.
no,
so-
like
Low
Yeah.
back
when you're-
And
sweat.
things are cramping, and you're,
Yeah, have
get
you
like-
I
never-
usually get like
No.
butthole muscles start to quiver.
No. It's
Yeah.
like the low
That's what I
back
get,
sweat
like,
is
ooh.
like,
Yeah,
that's what's like,
I can feel it in my taint, but you know, I mean, like, you know,
Where's the
no,
button?
it's that low.
God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
So you guys don't experience the low back. I experience
Low
it. It's
back
like
sweat.
you know it's coming. Like you can be out on a run, but then that low back sweat hits, and you're like, oh. No.
Does it do it every time you got to go poop, or is it just on a run?
just when it's like not
Just
just
an
on a run.
emergency.
So
An
like I'll be
emergent.
in emergency.
Oh, an
so
emergency.
I'm driving my car home, and then and then it hits, and I'm like, oh no.
Yep. Yep.
That's interesting. I'm gonna have to try that out next time.
Yeah, no.
just
have
dribble
to
a little
try out
sweat
that.
down your butt
Try out
cheek.
that sweat.
What ended up being the problem that you ended up fixing?
So when I was 27, I had my gallbladder removed. And so for years and years and years, I thought that I had IBS. And turns out there's a certain amount of people that after having their gallbladder removed, they are still not really able to digest
Yes.
foods well.
Yeah.
And their liver dumps straight bile, like a bunch of it, into their stomach. So now I actually take a cholesterol medication called, well, I don't want to advertise for it, but a cholesterol medication that is a bile reducer. That's how it works. It
That's
reduces
cool.
bile. So I have to remember to take it
Yes.
with meals twice a day, which I forget and then I suffer. But when I do take it, I don't have any problems.
works.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
So I have a coworker that she had, her gallbladder out and then dealt with that for several years. And so like I was so afraid. I'm like, oh my, because I had to get my gallbladder out. I'm like, this is going to be so bad. I'm going to have all these problems even after it comes out. And I got extremely lucky. But I think it's like half the people, right? Yeah.
When I did keto, I had to go to the doctor because they thought they were going to take my gallbladder out. Because apparently it has a side effect, by the way, of doing keto for
Well-
long terms.
One of the other ways is why I had mine out is because I lost weight too fast.
Same, yeah.
So if you lose a lot of weight in a short amount of time, your body goes,
Ah,
I think I had to have mine out at 27 just because with my lifestyle, I would go days and days without eating. And then when I would eat, I would binge.
eat.
And I would binge on
and your body could
steak
not
burgers
regulate
and-
it.
But
Right.
but you did finish the marathon.
I did. I finished.
After you shit your pants.
I didn't completely shit my pants.
She just dribbled a little bit.
It's just, I just needed a little cleanup.
Little-
That's all. Didn't
little-
get on the
little
clothes.
quaky
Nothing
butthole.
like that.
Her butt's going.
No.
God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe. That's 3 times God damn it, Joe's already in this episode. And we've been at it for 30 minutes.
So yeah, I finished in 1:44.
Hey, that's good.
good.
Yes.
Good job.
And I immediately knew, because my 20-mile training run went so well, I was like, I'm not a one and done. I need to do this again. And funny thing, like the month before, I get a phone call from a friend who is like, hey, do you want to do this thing? It's called Ragnar. And I was like, never heard of that. And she's like, well, another mutual friend of ours signed up to do it a year ago and then never trained for it. And they're looking for someone to take her spot. And I figure they probably want someone that can actually run. So I'm asking you. So I look it up, and turns out they're doing glamping, and I don't have to pay for the glamping or the registration.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
But it's 5 days after my very first marathon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, sign me up. It's free. So,
So cool. You know, so that same year I did my very first half marathon, and I did it at Space Coast. I wasn't quite as brave as you was to do the marathon. I still trained for halves. And that first year, 5 days later, I did
the
Ragnar.
Ragnar.
And it was the very first time I ever did a trail race.
All right. So I followed the exact same story because I did Space Coast last year, was my first marathon, and I did Ragnar last year for the
Heck
first time.
yeah.
The week after. So we know how stupid
The Space Coast to
that
Ragnar
feels.
pipeline.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is
It
the
is
season
rough.
of Ragnar folks needing to fill out teams. Yeah. I
Oh
mean,
my
like,
gosh. If you go on like any of the Ragnar Facebook groups, you will find a team.
Yes.
yeah. I don't even know why I
you wanna
signed
find
up for Ragnar anymore. Just wait until December and someone's going to
Oh,
throw
yeah.
you on a team.
I'm in a chat
Are
where
you?
they look for people like last minute runners, just in case I can get a free.
I've done it like the last 2 years, and we never put together a team that didn't need a substitute.
Substitute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I want to see if we can find somebody to pay me, because that is the only way I'm going back to Ragnar, Florida.
Ragnar Ultra Team.
It's
Ragnar
so
Ultra Team.
cold.
And they've changed it this year too.
Oh, they
I'm
so-
doing
Yeah.
it this.
Yeah.
You are? Okay,
Yes.
you're going to have to let us know about
Yeah,
the changes.
I'm interested in
Because it's
new
horse
red
trail.
loop.
Yeah. Instead
Yeah,
of
equestrian.
instead of that bullshit red. That bullshit. that
I
red
love
is
that
such
loop.
That's what I
bullshit.
liked about it was the red and yellow
No,
loop on the
fuck that.
mountain
You
bike
can't
trails.
run. What are you gonna? You're gonna climb up this little
Last
shitty ass
year
slick
I
hill?
did it twice.
I don't run anyhow.
Why?
Okay, so
They didn't have a team member had to
It's
share
like-
the laps.
So part of my transition into ultras is because every time I've done a Ragnar, we've had runners get injured or runners drop out, and I pick up extra legs. So the first time I did it, it didn't happen that way. I did just my legs, and having felt injured during Space Coast, and then realizing that I was fine at Florida Ragnar, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't need as much recovery time as I think I do. And so I did that, and I had a great time. And my team captain was like, I think you should do my, oh gosh, what's it called? New England Ragnar team.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I want to go to New England. So then I went and did New England. And then she was like, I really want you to do Northwest Passage with me. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do Northwest Passage. And at Northwest Passage, I ended up doing I did a couple extra legs. So it was like, oh, I can do, with little breaks, I can do a lot more miles. And then one of the girls that was on my team who used to do a bunch of ultras up in Canada, but moved to Tampa, she posted about the Tampa Bay 100. It was the inaugural year. And I said to my husband, honey, I really want to do this.
Oh.
Because I did all my homelessness and running the streets and all that in that area. My dad lives in Clearwater. Like, I grew up over there.
Yeah.
Like, I have bad memories in so many sections of Pinellas and Hillsborough County. I was like, I want to go and make new memories.
that are probably worse. No.
No, it'd be so much better. And he turned to me and he said, you have neuromas in both your feet. You just did your first full marathon and you want to do 100 miles? I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, I think you should do something a little bit more before
Yeah, jumping
you
right into
attempt
it.
that.
So how did you
Yeah.
find out what ultra was? I mean, when was the first time you ever heard the word ultra marathon?
Probably at Ragnar because they have ultra stickers.
The ultra teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultra teams. So I was like, okay. Then I saw something about the Cross Monroe 50 miler.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to go for that. So like I trained and trained for that. And then I found out that I had a conflict. I couldn't do something on that day. And I was like, well, I still am doing all this training. I want to do something that's more than a marathon. And I found this Aunt Yo Mama's trail marathon. And I saw that Mike Martinez put in there about Rule 62. And so I messaged, first I went in their Facebook group and I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this race. But I don't know anybody up there and I'm nervous about the trail. And they were like, oh, well, we do group runs. So, I ended up going up there and doing some group runs on the trail with them.
Nice.
And I said to Mike, I said, hey, you do Rule 62. I'm like, are you a friend of Bill? Like, that's how you ask people if they're in AAs, are you a friend of Bill Wilson? He's the founder. One of the founders. And so then he and I started talking about his sobriety and like we really clicked. And
So what is Rule 62?
Don't take yourself too seriously.
or too damn seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so during one of the group runs, they were talking about how Russ was going to do his first 100 miler. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. And I was telling them about my goal. And I had basically just met them and was like, I want to come crew. And so they invited me to come crew at Long Haul. And I had a great experience crewing.
Yeah.
Got to see Russ dry heaving. That was
So I do want to stop for a second and say, okay, so if you're not aware, Mike Martinez is the race director for Sombrero race events up in the North Florida area around Jacksonville. And Russ Hartzell has helped co-RD a few of his things and actually took over one of his races last year.
Yeah. We did Sufferfest.
Yeah.
We
They have a bunch of races up there, but Mike Martinez also was a founding member of Runners for Recovery.
He was.
And matter of fact, I think he might have actually started the whole movement. So there's a big group of people involved in Sombrero racing that they're real advocates for the recovery community, especially if all the ultra groups I know of, they are kind of like the folks for it. So yeah, I just wanted to preface that so people that knew what it is, they are wonderful.
If you haven't seen his events, go check it out. He's got a bunch of events, some really cool stuff coming up. So,
Yeah.
and we'll probably have them on at some point here.
Yeah,
soon.
sure.
So.
Yeah. So I had a great time crewing. And then I did my first 50K.
Let's go.
So what was your first 50K?
What was my time or which?
No,
Which one?
what race did you do?
It was the St. Yo Mama's trail race.
And is that a loop event?
It is an out and back.
Okay.
And it's on the Pioneer Trail in the Jennings State Forest.
We've run there.
And everyone said that I picked like the hardest 50K.
You sure the hell did.
first 50K.
So Kevin and I did the September Sufferfest, which is also in that same park and has some of the same parts of the trail.
Same shit.
A lot of elevation.
Don't tell Susan because she's doing the marathon.
She should do the Mount Reagan
Mount
challenge.
Reagan Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pretty good elevation over there. Mount Reagan is.
Uh-oh. We love you, Susan. Good luck to you.
So that was also the first time I peed in the woods.
Yeah.
How did you not pee in the woods before then? Were you only running roads?
I only ran road. I mean,
Yeah.
I did. So someone that I work with does a lot of trail, and I did run Wekiva with her.
Ooh. We've ran Merkiva.
And then when I did Florida Trail,
Yeah.
that was like my second experience with trail. And then of course doing the preview runs at Pioneer Trail. But I've always been able to use the bathroom before and finish in time to use the bathroom. And during the preview runs, Mike was like, yeah, I'm going to have porta potties at the start finish. And then he showed me another section. He's like, yeah, I'm going to have some porta potties hauled in here. And I was like, okay, good. There's like 2 places where there's porta potties. I should be fine. And then like maybe it was like a week before, he's like, yeah, no, I'm just going to have them at the start finish. And so we went to, I think it was Camping World, and we got this thing. I think it's called a sheepy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shiwi.
The
I have
Shiwi.
a, I have
we
a
have-
Tinkerbell.
We have a whole episode on that.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the Shiwi and the Tinkerbell.
Well, so at home it was fine. But then the first time I needed to drop trow and use it, I think I was a little too forceful because I wanted to be hurt. Like,
Get out of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was a little messy. And then I was like, well, fine. Now
you
I
have
already
the
smell
overflow
like
with on the
pee.
side.
So you peed all over yourself anyhow. At least you weren't trying to climb up or down a hill in the middle of an urban ultra. Oh, Shae.
I really wish I had video of that. That was funny as shit.
I mean, the worst that happens to me is I don't shake it good enough, you know?
So after that, I mean, I didn't care. I was just going and dropping trow. I'm like, I've already made a mess. It doesn't matter. Like, so now I'm christened. I'm good. I can go and
Go anywhere, huh?
Yeah. I have not pooped in the woods yet. Though.
Oh.
No.
Yet. So
Yeah.
one interesting thing, because I saw on Ultra Sign Up, your very first Ultra Sign Up result was the Withlacoochee River Run half marathon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she finished about 10 minutes ahead of you, Joe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ain't
We
that
were all
something?
there.
We were all there.
We were all
Yeah,
there.
we were all there.
We were all
We were all
there.
there.
You know, just speaking of the Withlacoochee River Run, so this past weekend, I was involved in the Colt 45. They had to move the race because Colt Creek was flooded and the trails weren't completely open. And so Andy and Amy at A1 Ultras asked me to kind of go out and look at the trails with them. And I did, and kind of helped them pick out a course. And they moved it to 2 Mile Prairie, which is just literally from driving time, 8 minutes from the Ross Prairie
it's
Trailhead.
At least 7 is the right.
At least 7 minutes from the Ross Prairie Trailhead. So it's really close to here. Went out there this week and before the race and marked the trail some and worked some out there. But, you know, it was just a temporary fix for, you know, Colt 45, which will be moving back to Colt Creek. However, I asked Amy, I said, Andy, this is a fantastic race course. He's going to be moving the Withlacoochee there.
Is he really?
Oh, is it going to be back at night?
I don't
Does
know
he know?
yet.
Does he know that you're releasing this information?
I'm releasing it. So, you know,
So I did that because I really liked the medal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it right here. It's
I asked him. I said, you know, can we have can we have the night run again? I don't think it's off the table. So
So funny story about that. I asked a coworker if she would do that with me, and she was like, "Yeah." She's like, "And we can camp. I've got camping stuff." So I'm like, "Okay." So I show up, and she's not there, and I'm calling and I'm texting.
Oh, no.
And I'm calling and I'm texting, and I was like, well, a race is about to start. And I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
And people were really nice, but you still kind of feel like I don't know anyone. Plus, I was like worried about my friend. And also, I drank a C4, which was not the smartest thing. And it was super hot, and I was probably already dehydrated. So I felt miserable during that like entire thing. And then I like finished, and it's one of the only times I've felt nauseous except for a 5K. So I didn't even stay and eat any of the food. And I ended up just like driving home. Turns out she got in a car accident. She's okay.
shit.
She's okay. She was okay, but her phone got lost. And so, yeah, funny story.
So you probably spent hours being mad at her and then finding out.
I was like, I don't know if we need to be mad. And then I'm like, oh, now I feel really bad. But I thought it was really odd because it wasn't like her
Yeah.
to do that, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, I didn't camp. Drove
Wow.
home.
That's unreal. I can't believe we were all at that same race and you didn't even know it.
I know.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
we were at Space Coast together, and we were at Ragnar together. All these times we
Isn't
were
it
right together,
weird?
and we didn't.
Yeah.
Had no idea.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, you know that's a really cool run. I really enjoyed the Withlacoochee.
Oh, I do too. That's such a
River.
great course.
I like running at night.
I've run
period.
in 2 different courses. The first like couple years it was at a different place, and I was at this last place, and
Well,
now it's going to be somewhere else.
Well, with them moving it to with the 2 Mile Prairie, that's on the Withlacoochee River.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of flooding in there right now that we was
so you
able.
get to run through the Withlacoochee River.
So we
I
got
mean,
to go. Well, they did have one little creek crossing had to go through, but we was able to have workarounds in some of the flooding areas. But yeah, it's really nice.
I heard a rumor that there was chest deep water.
There was. Matter of fact, at the Withlacoochee
I haven't done a river.
Moon River run, I ran most of that
You do gate
with.
to gate. That usually has a little creek.
It's not a river though.
No.
I ran it with Kelly Linhart. She's a friend of ours, a friend of mine out of the St. Pete area, and I've ran a couple times with her now. And she was out there this weekend, and she was worried about the course. You know, it's a new location. I have all the tea on what it looks like and where everything's at. And I told her, I said, you know, there's 2 water areas we have workarounds marked, but there's a creek you'll have to go through. She got to one of the water areas and I thought it was the creek, I think, and she sent me this funny ass video of her going through this water. She said it's up to her chest.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
And she said she got in it and she could see the marking over off to the left
Oh, no.
where we had the workaround on it.
So she wasn't supposed to go through it.
Well, she could have. Like we gave everyone had the option. You could either go through the water or you could go around it.
It's
Well,
like
why would you
setting
go
the
through
video
it?
game difficulty.
Well, some people enjoy it.
Yeah,
I would have went through it because I would have enjoyed it.
Hard pass.
That depends how many loops I had. If I was just doing 1 loop, go through it 100%.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
adventurous.
3 loops.
If you do 3 loops, nah.
Hard pass.
Most people, were changing socks and shoes at the start finish because of it. But yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
So I'm going to be a little selfish here.
You said something
you
about
said a
your
word that I am very familiar with.
Yes, Neuroma.
Yeah, so you and I share this same fate,
Both feet.
but I have it in both feet as well.
Oh, you do?
I
Okay.
do. Yep, that's relatively new.
Okay.
So I just kind of I have an MRI scheduled.
So, you're actually getting an MRI.
Yeah.
The surgeon told me probably not necessary, but from my x-rays, he said that I guess from birth or whatever, I have naturally very narrowed space between mine is between my second and third.
Okay.
And that I probably could have developed the neuroma without even running.
Wow.
So between your second and third toes, which that is your next to big toe? No, that's 4. No. 4th digit is your next to little toe, right? 5th, 5, 4,
Yes.
3, 2.
Yeah.
So your
big toe
index
was 1.
toe and your flip off toe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your index.
The fun toes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And it is very painful.
Yes.
It's hard to describe. I thought that I had compartment syndrome. I
Yes.
was looking up all this stuff.
Same.
WebMD.
And
Yeah, Dr. Google.
Yes.
I Dr. Google everything.
So I've had several cortisone injections, which are very painful.
Very painful.
I switched to ultras.
Yeah.
I
The shoe, not the distance.
Yes.
yeah, the shoe, toe spacers, Injinji socks.
Yeah. I'm just checking boxes as you're saying things here. So
You
far, I've
do
got everything checked
Toe
off.
yoga.
I've done toe yoga.
Toe yoga.
Yeah.
Is that where you go and pick up fruit and vegetables at the grocery store?
That's exactly what I do.
Okay.
So this action is actually not good.
Yep.
But it's big toe, then other toes. Big toe, then other toes.
She's showing us how she's
Yeah.
flexing.
It's
Yeah, I mean,
kind of
that's-
like if you're playing a piano and you're supposed to be doing
Yeah.
individual fingers.
Yes,
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Deep tissue massage.
I do a golf ball.
Okay.
I massage on a golf ball.
I actually went and had.
Oh, you actually had it done. Okay. How'd that fucking
With like an
hurts?
ultrasound
It
or
hurt.
by
That
hand? Or
fucking
by hand?
by
hurts.
hand.
That hurts.
Was it?
so
Did they use
bad.
the scraper?
I have not tried a scraper yet.
Well,
But
this,
I
I think
want
this.
to buy one.
I think
have
the
one.
scraper is for the dermis.
It's actually for the fascia.
It is.
Or maybe the fascia. That's what I meant. The
Yeah.
layer under the dermis.
I just say it like fascia.
fascia.
I am your
Because
fascia.
I would go. I would go
Have
get
the fascia.
myofascial release.
Fascia?
I'd have myofascial release because when I had my pec surgery, I had to cut through all the fascia and everything, and had to reattach it. Which, of course, the fascia is like this gelatinous cell that goes around your entire body, and once you
Well, like
cut
if
into
you ever
it,
cook ribs,
yeah, that little
you have
film
to
of
pull
That's a silver
all
skin.
that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
rip that bitch right off.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
some ribs lip smacking good.
Yes, nice and tender.
Yeah. Anyway.
But my point was that's not really
So if you
deep
need
tissue.
to know how to prepare a human,
Yes, just take the
fascia
silver
off,
skin
and
off.
it'll be nice and tender.
But fascia is not deep tissue.
No.
it's subdermis. It's like underneath the skin.
Yes.
It is under the skin.
And that's what I meant by
But
saying
you still
that.
can get some
But-
relief from it, though.
But because a neuroma is like a ball of scar tissue,
Yes.
you want to break up that scar tissue.
Sure.
But honestly, the best thing for me, besides having surgery, which I had surgery on the right, I still need surgery on the left, but I've been able to.
I'm cringing before you even say anything right now.
I have felt great with the left foot ever since I started walking early. When you talked about Tampa Bay 100 and how you ran like the first 10 miles without stopping to walk, I was like,
You're
that's
cringing.
your problem.
Yeah.
Because once you have a problem, you can't go to not having a problem.
Yes.
That's like when you start chafing. You cannot unchafe.
Right. So when I started doing run walk right from the beginning,
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
say,
don't have issues.
when Kevin first started running with me, we were doing run walk. And what? Kevin did run walk. And he did. I
didn't
never
have
heard.
issues.
I never heard about these problems from him. Then he goes to full out, want to run until he's forced to walk. And guess what? I'm hearing about these issues.
I knew you weren't going to like the solution.
So let's talk about surgery.
He would rather suffer through surgery than to think about doing a run walk.
Yeah. So what they do? Did they go underneath or up above? Did they go through the arch? What
They
do?
went through the top,
Okay. Did you do decompression or necropathy?
decompression.
Okay.
Wait, no.
You like dead people?
Wait, I don't know the difference.
So
They took it all
necropathy
out.
means they cut the whole nerve and nerve bundle out.
Oh,
They
I thought
they
that's
cut the
where,
whole nerve and nerve
Okay.
bundle
I
out.
thought that's where you love dead people.
No, that's something.
That's Joe. That's the Joe special.
That's a different thing. So decompression is where they actually. So you have a tendon band that runs across the top,
And they cut.
and they cut the tendon band to allow it to open even more, and then they debris on each side of the metatarsal. So I was just curious to see which one you did and how your results were.
Yeah. So my results were good. It's like it's numb.
Yeah, you get no feeling. Yeah.
But I had this idea in my mind that it was going to be numb immediately after surgery,
Oh, no.
and it wasn't going to hurt.
Do you still get like phantom pain?
You have phantom pain, but you also have post-operative pain. I mean, they did cut into your foot, so I did have pain with walking. I did have mentally the mental, because I'm one of those people, and I think I heard Jesse talk about it on the pod, where after a race you get depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post race blues, yeah.
And so I had my first 50K, which was such an amazing experience, and then 9 days later I had this surgery and I couldn't do anything. And
How long did it take you to recover?
It took me, let's see, so it was February, March, April.
Oh, that's too many fingers. You
Well, but
So
here's
many
the
fingers.
thing.
I
I'm
ran
looking at her ultra sign up. She has her 50K in January, and then she did 43 miles in July. And we saw her before then running distances too.
I did Madre
Well, that's 6 months,
Fiesta
right?
in May. That was the first race I did. I was signed up for another race. Oh wait, no, I was signed up for Savannah, the women's Savannah half marathon, but I reduced to the 5K because I knew I was not.
So like it took like 4 months to recover
It took
before
about
you could
4
run.
months, and physical therapy really helped me.
Yeah.
My surgeon wasn't going to order it because he figured I'd be fine. But when I continued to have pain, he told me to get the massage, and he
Yeah.
told me to go to physical therapy. And my physical therapist, like, he knew what my goals were,
Yeah.
so he was like
Laser
giving me
focused.
aggressive things to do.
Yeah, love the
like,
aggression.
like medicine ball and balance, and like just whatever you tell
Yeah.
me to do, I'm gonna do it.
Well, I feel like I'm the same way in that same aspect. Like I want to go, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to like go all out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I can certainly.
Yeah, that's that addictive personality we just talked about.
Well, I know.
You're going to do
It's
something, you're
okay.
going to go all out.
all out. I
Yeah.
understand.
But then in July, I did Ragnar Northwest Passage again.
Mm-hmm.
And funny story, we were just doing the sprint the one day.
Yeah.
And I had said, listen, if I'm flying all the way out there, I want to do some sightseeing afterwards. So one of my team members was like, hey, I live in California. I'll drive up and then you can ride down to California
nice,
with me
cool.
and fly out. So we signed up for the sprint. Okay, it's only 55-ish miles. Well, my team members were like dropping like flies. And then one of my team members, like I knew ahead of time that they had said, hey, I'm not in a good place. Like I'm probably, and I was like, I'll pick up the miles. I'll pick up, like I wanted to run. And then there was another girl on my team that was also an ultra marathoner who was going to pick up miles. Well, she didn't realize that she booked her flight for earlier than when she booked
Oh no.
it. And then they're like, we have to get her to the airport and there's a ferry. And so they packed up my pack with like everything
Jesus Christ.
and a battery pack. And they were like, can you run the last 4 legs by yourself?
Jesus Christ.
I was like, sure. So I ended up running 35 miles
Okay. And this was in July.
in July, but it's in Washington State.
Ragnar
so-
is for flaky people, honestly.
Yeah, this is crazy to me.
Ragnar
Like, I
is
don't
held up by like
understand.
5 runners, 5 dedicated runners along the entire Ragnar circuit.
I kind of live for that though, because
That's
I already
great.
know I'm picking up legs for the people for my
Yeah.
team in like a week or so. Because then I feel like I'm a hero, you know?
Yeah.
So did that and didn't hurt myself. But then driving down to California, we stopped to see the California coastline. I'm taking pictures and I step in a hole and sprain my ankle.
Fuck.
Yes, exactly.
Just sightseeing, all that running, nothing, and little
And
stupid
less
hole.
than 2 weeks later, I'm supposed to do the Sizzler, which is on the anniversary of my brother's death.
Yeah.
My brother, so I told you I was close with my brother and my stepsister who both passed away. My brother committed suicide. And I don't think I would be sober if it wasn't for that, because 2 weeks after he committed suicide, I also had tried to commit suicide and ended up getting the help that I needed.
So his sacrifice saved your life.
Yes, absolutely. So, and then my other sister, she passed away from an overdose. But since that race was on the anniversary of his death, I wanted to run 31 miles for the 31 years that he was alive. And then when I ended up doing 35 at Ragnar, I remember Mike Martinez commenting on there, I predict you're going to do 40 at Sizzler.
Yeah.
And then I sprained my ankle and I was crying, but I wasn't crying because it hurt. I mean, it did hurt, but I was crying because I was like, oh my gosh, I have this goal and I can't even walk right now. And also having experienced the surgery, and I'm like, no, I can't go back to that place again mentally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I used to work in ortho, so I went back to where I worked, and I may have like minimized how things were and, you know, showed her that I could do some range of motion, and she was like, well, you know, listen to your body. If you can't do it, you can't do it.
My body's saying,
That's
ow,
what
ow,
that's
ow,
what
ow.
ultra runners do. They definitely listen to their bodies
Yeah, we
when their
grit it
bodies
out.
say to stop.
No, we don't.
But you know what? I feel like doing like Sizzler, even though it was hot, like
So hot.
I had and even though I destroyed my feet, I degloved a toe.
Fuck.
The
You got
nail
pictures of that
bed
shit?
completely gone. Yeah, I do. I do have
I want to see him.
pictures.
Because I'm fucking
And the
weird.
nail still doesn't grow back right because the nail bed came off. But
We have that same problem. I'd have that same problem. My feet look gross. My one toe is like that. It's all deformed and nasty.
I've got a couple that are very interesting.
All right, everybody take your shoes off.
gosh, you don't want to see them. So I think I ended up doing 44.66 miles
Let's go.
on
Fuck yeah.
my ankle that I sprained less than 2 weeks before.
I feel like you just tape it and go, right? Just ace bandage
like,
that shit and fucking run
walk it off. Like,
Fine. It'll eventually stop hurting.
well, and that's what I mean. I talked to, at the time I had a different coach, and they were like, you know, it's gonna heal. You know, it may take longer with what you're doing, but it's still gonna heal.
Yes.
And there's differing studies with ankle sprains where, you know, before they'd say, oh, you have to wait this long, and then
Yep.
people have a harder time coming back.
Yep.
As opposed to the people that start with range of motion and keep moving.
The military would tell you just keep going. Like
Okay.
they would not make you stop.
Yeah, they would stick you on an airplane, make you fly into a hot landing zone.
Flying to Kandahar.
In Kandahar, Afghanistan, with a brace on your ankle and crutches underneath your arm, and make you run off the plane
Make you
while
run
people
off
are
the
shooting
plane.
at you.
Yep.
Yeah.
First time I sprained my ankle, it was when I was skating.
True story.
Yeah.
And I had been roller skating, and I really hadn't learned how to stop at that point. I was just learning how to skate so I could play roller derby. And so I was like, oh shit, I can't stop. So I like swerved into the grass, and my ankle went pop. And I was like, ooh, that's not good. But I just kept skating because I was like, whatever, it's in my boots tall enough. It really doesn't matter. Then the second time I was I was like on crutches for weeks. But I was in the middle of moving into my house. And so I'd bought a house and I needed to paint it. I needed to do all the things. So I had like no choice but to use it. But I mean, it was screwed for years.
Yeah, I mean, I still have pain but I'm like, when I'm running, I'm getting those drugs. So
Yeah. And then the other good thing that I really noticed that really helped a lot was when I started, because, you know, I started trail running, and that actually strengthens your ankles.
yeah.
Like a lot.
Running on uneven ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to get
My
back into
issue
it.
is that I still have limited
Range of motion.
and dorsiflexion. So like when I'm trying to do like squats, lunges, things like that, I
Is that from the surgery or is that something just other things?
that's from the ankle sprain.
Oh, the sprain.
That's-
Okay.
Yeah, because I just can't get. I bought one of those board.
Yeah, the
things.
board.
Yeah,
Do you like it? Do you
so-
like the board?
I do.
Yeah.
I just need to use it more often.
Okay.
I know when I was trying to like heal mine or see like what the healing process was, it was like doing the alphabet all the time.
I do that.
Yep.
And I do circles and I do, so
I use a foam wedge. And now I use that.
Joe, we don't need to know about your phone.
I use it actually to stretch out my calves because people have seen how big my calves are, but that's a hindrance, not a help in running.
It is.
You know, they look strong and they have explosive energy, but they don't do real well
Motion.
because it's a place for lactate to build up.
Yeah.
You know, and because of that it puts a lot of stress on the tendons. So I end up with plantar fasciitis, and I end up with Achilles tendon pain. So I use a foam wedge to stretch my calves, which relieves the tension in the tendons.
Yep. They
You know.
said I need to stretch, what is it, the gastroc and the Achilles.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, ultras will help with that too, though. Running in ultras,
Yeah.
the shoes
Yeah.
with a zero drop.
And I had no issue transitioning into
Yeah.
an ultra. People were like, oh, that, what bothered me was Newtons.
Oh, really?
Oh, those are barely around. Are those even around?
They are.
They are, because I was going to say, Harvey Lewis. He's like the only.
Yeah. Only person
he's
I
the
know.
main
Yeah.
guy.
You said Newton's. I thought salad dressing.
That's
Newman.
That's Newman's
Big
own.
Newtons.
It's fruit and cake, okay?
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got some from a thrift store. I was like, hey, these are like in great condition. I'm like, I'll give them a try.
Well, there's a reason why. Because they were
I
given
bought
away.
2 pairs.
So funny.
But yeah, I didn't really have an issue. So I'm also a Mount to Coast
Hey.
runner now.
I love it.
Have you
I've
ever
run 2 runs in my Mount to Coast. I'm running the marathon in them this weekend. So
thought of barefoot running?
So
Absolutely horrible for Morton's
I
Neuroma.
love it.
Absolutely horrible.
I-
She doesn't have it no more. She's got surgery. It's healed.
I bought, still have it on the other foot, but I did buy a pair of sandals, running sandals, but it's never like a great time to try them in my mind. I'm like, oh no, it's not a good time to try
That's
them.
never a good time to
Like,
run it.
I think the ones I got are.
But I mean, if you can
Zero.
if you went to zero drop shoe, I'm just wondering, how you would feel about barefoot running. It's actually very healthy for your feet. It may hurt.
I
hard
like
pass.
worry about stubbing my toe on the ground because I'm like weird like that.
Well, you do it once, you might do it twice. I don't know.
Didn't you run? You ran all of Skunk Ape.
I run all the wild boar.
Wild boar.
Yeah. So, and that was the wet run. That was
was
a half
fucking
marathon
flooded.
of shin deep water for the majority of it, and in sandals.
yeah, we did the smart thing by working the aid station.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. That race, I got to hang out the entire time with our friends Melanie and Ryan.
Yes.
Because we all agreed we were going to bring our barefoot sandals and run it together. And at first, I was going to take off. Like we were running, and they were kind of pulling behind, and I was like, Then we were having so much fun talking. I mean, they are just joyful people. They are so much fun to be around. Like I don't care if this takes me all night long. I'm sticking with these
So
people.
here's what I need from you: not to do that at long haul.
Well, I won't do that long.
Oh
haul.
yeah.
Yeah,
don't-
you
don't do
can't
that.
you can't fall in the train in long haul.
Well, I don't know. The train might help pull me along because I probably will be the caboose.
No,
Yeah,
you can't be the
hilarious.
caboose if I'm the caboose.
we were in like a whole messenger thing about like the things on Temu. She loves to order from Temu, and I was like, oh, I'm afraid to, but she's showing me like all these things, and so now I order from.
I'm so jealous, like, of them too. Like, so every real ultra they do, they like have a cruise booked like the next day.
Yeah.
And they get them for like free. Girl, you got to tell me how you're doing this.
Yeah.
I know how. I think it has
Have
something.
you tried flashing your boobs?
I don't. Well, I kind of have some boobs. I got some man boobs. I'll show on my legs.
All right,
Oh,
show.
push up, bra.
my good parts. I mean, you can go run naked with me if you'll give me
I've been there.
If you'll give me a cruise. I mean,
I'm not giving you.
You run and you chase him, and I'll be like, I'm going to get you on a cruise so you can get away from me. I'll
So
book
you
you a
can
cruise
sit on
as
a
long as you
bench.
stop chasing me.
Quit
going,
trying to hug me.
Chica.
It's good shit.
Not to derail, we're going to get back to things, but Joe, I need to talk to you about your belly button.
oh, about my belly button.
Yes, I need you to smell your belly button.
I don't
All
know.
right.
I don't
Take
even
your
think
shirt up. Lift your shirt
Listen, if I
Lift
could
it up
get,
right now.
if I could get my head
Joe.
down my belly button, I'd
No.
never leave the house.
You don't have to do that. Stick your finger in it,
I can do
Where's
it
the button?
myself.
Joe. Stick your now dig it. Get in there deep.
I have like a
You have a
cavernous.
huge-
nose.
All the way
you
to the
do
back.
all the
I
way to
have
the
a
back.
ridiculously
And get in
long
there
belly
deep. Now dig around.
Okay,
Dig
I
it.
am.
Dig it. Like sliming around in
I'm
there.
trying. I'm like, dude, I'm
A little deeper.
I'm as deep as I'm thumb deep in this thing. Like,
All right, now pull it out.
Okay.
Smell your
Now
finger.
smell it.
Nothing.
No, bro.
Nothing. Nothing.
Kevin, smell his fingers.
Smell my finger.
Finger smells finger.
All right, here I'll do mine. Here, Joe, smell mine.
No, I'm not smelling yours.
Smell his
No,
finger.
I am not. Here, smell my. Hold on.
Here is from under cheese.
Yeah, here's my Famunda cheese. Have you guys ever though? I mean, you've never watched like pimple porn? You
Yes,
know, like
Yeah.
yes,
So
I
they-
love it.
Disgusting.
I love it.
So they have this. They have these things called navel stones. Have you ever heard of navel stones?
No. What?
They have a navel stone. It's like so you
Don't Google that. Please don't.
I
Google
got
that.
it.
you got-
I won't show you.
so navel stones. I guess like the oils and
Like
dirt
a
and stuff.
tonsil stone, but it's in your navel.
Yeah, it's in your navel, and they had to pop these things out of people's belly buttons.
Ugh.
They're big, like yeah, they're so gross. I love it.
That's so. Why would you love stuff? Find the nicer
You know
things
what?
to
It
love.
kind of reminds me of the pour of Weiner that I've seen those ones.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
kind of like that.
I
yeah.
think it's similar to like maybe earwax or something. I don't know what it is, but
Can
it's
we
I used
find a
to
different
do
thing
ear
that we like?
lavages on people, and there's lots of things that come out. I had a coworker that she got in trouble because she freaked out when a roach came out of it.
oh. No kidding. Speaking of the wild boar and running and barefoot, so when I was running that race, it was just dark and
Transition.
there were a lot of bugs out there, and I had a gnat or something flew into my ear, and for half of the race, I could hear this thing inside my eardrum going. I mean, like inside, and I could feel it moving around, and I could not like. I was trying to knock my head; it would not come out.
It flew from one side and
Your
then
fear
through the brain
unlocked.
cavity.
You ever watch those like Looney Tune
the other side.
Yeah,
cartoons?
I was just going back and
You
forth.
can just see it through your eyes, you know.
It's like a lightning bug, and then the lightning bug flies through, and you can see it coming out your eye. There was a cartoon who did that. I don't remember what it was.
So yeah, get a chance. Go Google navel stones
I'm not gonna
and
do that.
watch some
Absolutely
really
not.
watch some really cool YouTube videos. If you love pimple porn, you'll
If
love
you're
navel
listening to
stones.
this right now, stick your finger in your belly button and smell it.
I just did it. My belly
Not
button
you.
is great.
People that are listening.
I'm just saying they might
I
not.
smelled it, and I was gonna. It was vomit.
They may not have stinky belly buttons.
It's disgusting.
you know. Well, you know, I don't like clean the thing.
Apparently so. After you smell it, clean it.
Exactly.
Maybe like if you got a deep one, I'm gonna take some Q-tips to it, or maybe a
Yes.
Or a-
Yeah. Q-tips.
or a tampon.
Cotton. How deep is your belly? Why is it bleeding?
Well, you know, we just talked before the podcast. We were talking about this thing. So, your belly button is attached to things on the inside, and it has been known that like women have gotten menstrual blood through their belly button.
Joe, that's impossible.
It is not impossible.
I'm not going to fact check
Listen,
you.
when you
I'm not Googling
They didn't
that.
tie it good enough.
well, once upon a time, the inside was attached to it, just like your outside was attached to your mother.
But it was just attached to the placenta, right?
Yes.
But you got
comes out.
nutrients
Oh,
and stuff.
okay. It's an umbilical endometriosis.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's just
That's how it gets
yeah.
attached.
Yeah.
through the
So it's
scar
just
tissue.
it's endometriosis, but it got to your umbilical cord, your umbilical region, which it's like I have
That makes
endometrial tissue.
Nana,
All up in this business.
boo boo, stick your head in doo doo.
I think we should change this topic. Can we talk about running?
Well, we talked about this.
Sorry, I told you I had to do this quick diversion. Just
So we
I
talked
wanted
about
to
this
react.
Sizzler run. So, what have you done since Sizzler? What other races have you done?
So after Sizzler was
And this is
SOS.
all this year, right? I mean,
SOS.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another
saw you-
12-hour.
Another 12
That was
So you
right
like the
before
loops.
PTC, right? Or was that after?
It was
before.
after I
Okay.
volunteered at PTC. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I got into volunteering after my surgery because Rebecca, who was helping to crew Russ at Long Haul, she was giving me a lot of tips about ultra running. And she knew I was having surgery. And she was like, after your surgery, go and volunteer at races so that you still are feeling involved. And that really helped with my depression,
that's good.
too. And
well, that's where you got to start meeting people too in the ultra community.
I'm a people person.
Same.
And I'm an extrovert, and service is my love language.
When's your birthday?
So, November 29th.
Okay, let's see if you're a Gemini. 'Cause I'm
Ooh,
Gemini.
you're a leap. You're a leap child.
No.
No, November.
November.
I heard
It's,
February.
next week on Black Friday.
Hey.
Oh, so you're black.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Did you ever have
Sagittarius.
non-birthday parties because of Thanksgiving?
Yes. It was hard to get friends over. And now my daughter, her birthday is the 22nd. She just had
Oh,
a birthday.
okay.
And she actually is on Thanksgiving. Her birthday is.
I mean, that's how I met you. I remember the first time I remember meeting you was at the aid station at Skunk Ape 100, and you were working the 49th Avenue Trailhead.
I think I met you once
and
before.
Joe Fuller still owes me a race entry for that.
You hear that, Joe? You hear that, Joe?
God damn
Fuller?
it, Joe.
No, he's aware.
Joe.
He's aware.
God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
I asked him if he could hang on to it until next year.
Tampa 100.
Yeah.
Hey.
I will never run that race, but I'm more than happy to crew it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
We have a good, Kevin has the best crew stops. So we got a crew book for all that. So yes,
Oh, thank you. My
100% it is there.
Willing, but he doesn't not enjoy
He's willing,
it.
or is he able?
He doesn't enjoy it as much as I do.
We mentioned Tampa
He's an
100,
introvert.
and Kevin jumped up out of his chair. He's now grabbing his crew book. He's grabbing his
holding
belt
the coveted
buckle.
buckle.
Well, here's the thing.
The race that he
That was
hated.
my original how I got into this whole
Yeah.
thing. Like that's so I'm doing surf
Yeah.
to see if I can do it.
You
can.
do it. You can do it.
That's what everyone keeps telling
Yeah,
me.
you can.
Forward is a pace.
But I realized through SOS and Sizzler, which I enjoyed Sizzler more because it was a shorter loop. But I always thought, man, I don't want to run the same tiny
Yeah.
loop a million times. But there's so much benefit and being a people person. So like at SOS, it's a longer loop and it's trail. And then a lot of people that aren't doing the 12-hour, they drop off. So you end up being alone for a lot of the time. And although I do still like running alone, it's hard when you're getting into a low, you know?
Yeah.
I can relate.
So SOS, funny story, like I was like, I'm going to make less stops at my station. So instead of doing the handheld like I did at Sizzler, I did the full vest. And I have 2 vests. I have 4 of the flask things. I've got 2 bladders. I'm like, I'm going to have a fully packed vest. We just trade out vests. Yeah, I love the troubleshooting. Like you find out like, okay, this didn't work. Let's try this. Like it's fun.
That's exactly what I did for Tampa.
well, trading out the bottles.
Trading out the
Yeah,
bottles.
I'm trading out the whole vest.
Yeah.
And so, I got 2 vests kind of because like one I thought was too small, so I got another, and then I was like, well, I'm keeping them both. So, so I did that, and then I was in second place for like the longest time.
Yeah.
And this wonderful runner, Michelle Grennan. She's amazing. She also ran Sizzler.
Okay.
And she was in first place, like, for like the entire time. She got first place and I got third place. And so I thought in my mind, because I wasn't looking at the screen at who was ahead of me, because I knew I was second place, but I didn't know who was first place, but I assumed it was Michelle. And so my husband is pacing me at this point, and I was in a low, and like, he does this thing where like, he says things to like get a rise out of me, because in normal conditions, it makes me run faster.
But this condition makes you want to murder him?
I wanted to murder him. And he was like...
It's funny because he looks like Luigi.
Luigi.
We were actually Mario and Luigi for cosplay one time.
Love it.
But so he would say things and I would just say, I don't have the energy to argue with you right now. Because I was so out of energy. I felt so spent. Plus, I did not get like hardly any sleep because by the time we got to the hotel the night before, and then I showered and then taped up my feet because it was my first time like actually taping my feet the way that Tanya Olson said to tape them, which was very difficult. I didn't go to bed until almost 3 and I got up at 4:30.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's like stereo over here.
Listen, everything in life is ultra training. You don't get enough sleep, it's ultra training. You don't eat the right food, it's ultra training. You get sick, it's ultra training. You code brown, it's ultra training. So,
Everything is ultra training.
So we get to some point and he's like, I need to go pee. So he goes to find a bush and I go on ahead and like he runs up to me and he's like, there's someone coming up behind you. And I'm like, you're just trying to make me go faster and I am not going faster. And he's like, no, I'm serious. And so then like I look and I turn and it's Michelle. And I'm like, oh, she's first place. It's fine. So she passes me. And then we get to the little like timing thing and all of a sudden I'm in third place. And I'm like, oh, I swore she was in first place. So he's like, you can catch her. And I'm like, no, I don't have it. So I got third place again. Congrats to you, Michelle.
Well, but you got a place. I have never placed in a race.
Yeah, you've gotten
I've had
third
like
twice.
Joe,
I've gotten like 60 out of 80.
you have placed
That
every
is a
time
place.
you ran.
That's true. That is a place.
I usually only place when there's not enough runners in my age group.
Yeah, I get
You know
first place
what?
age group.
I love when I sign up for a race and there's like 3 women and I'm like, I'm gonna be top 3 no matter what.
I love it.
I got to
too.
find
Like,
smaller
I'll take
races.
it.
Yeah. That hasn't happened to me yet either. So
Like I think most of my first place or like most of my podium finishes are because of
I would like some
Joe.
race director out there to listen to this and put on a race for me that I can win.
I'll put on a race for you.
I'll be the only participant.
No, it's gonna be you and Shae.
But I'll lose to Shae. This is not the point.
No, it's gonna be weightlifting halfway through.
Oh, your
gonna
ass
say-
is mine. You are so dead.
what are the weights? Do I get to
You have
decide?
to deadlift 185 pounds.
That's more than my PR deadlift.
I can do that a whole bunch of times.
I can maybe do it once, but that was 2 years ago. If we can go back in the past when I lifted regularly, I almost got it.
If I could turn back time. That's all I got.
So, what's in the future?
Everything.
Everything.
I'm
I mean,
looking
what-
at
You're signed up for everything.
everything.
What is your
So when I'm
next?
feeling down, I go on ultra sign up.
I'm not saying you need a little more therapy, but you're feeling down quite a bit, it
I
seems.
know. My husband kind of freaked out when I told him that I was doing Painted Horse and Urban Swan the week after surf.
Let's go.
I was
It's
like,
ultra
well,
training.
Yeah, and I was like, listen, like this is not necessarily a race. We're
It's
going
not.
and looking for horses and swans, and I can walk it.
Yep.
And
You can
I'm-
walk it.
All
or,
of this is
you know,
true.
There's like no cutoff.
There's no cutoff.
Yeah.
You know, I won't put the DNFs up there.
Yeah.
I did Skunk Ape 60K, and then the next weekend did the Painted Horse 50K, and
Same.
felt fine.
I also
Sightseeing
blame
journey.
Yeah.
Nicole Armbruster for
I'm so glad that she is now enabling other people. Because
Yay.
she's always getting on to me for making her sign up for another race. Now she's
Yay.
returning it.
She was at an aid station, my first ultra, and she had root beer. And I had never had soda at a race before because I did like gels and water and Gatorade and like
Yeah.
The
I was
unexperienced.
like, oh my gosh, I can have root beer. And like she put it in my little like, because it's a cupless race. I drank it and then like I had to go back through there again. I was like, can I have some more of that root beer? Like, it carried me through. And so then after the race, she's like, so what do you have next? She's like, I could tell that you were going to do great. You were smiling every time I saw you. So yeah, she became like an instant friend, even though like
She is an
Yeah.
absolute
That much.
amazing person.
Yeah, we love Nicole.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in one of her RVs
Nice.
the night before Urban Swan. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Stuff.
and she's bringing me a heater for surf. So
There you go.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
I saw you posted about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you
We
today,
were
but
trying to like save money.
how we could do more races.
Because races are.
We should get sponsors. We should do that. Can we have our orthopedic surgeon give us
I know.
give us a
like,
sponsor?
my husband was like, well, how do you like get sponsored? And I'm like, you have to be good. like really, really good. He's like,
You
well,
have to
I have
either
faith.
you have to either be really, really good or make viral content all the time. That's it.
Oh, right.
You could be a brand ambassador.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
like the
I
next.
am one of those.
That's
Oh,
the
for
next
what?
best
What do you
thing.
got?
Alter ego.
Alter ego. Nice.
Yeah, I'm wearing a hat tonight.
Yes.
What is it?
Alter ego.
Alter ego. Do you have a code? Do you want to send us a link for your ambassador
I'll
thing?
send you my code.
Okay.
For sure.
Nice.
So yeah, so what let's see. I am next weekend I'm doing Space Coast Half.
Let's go.
Oh, and I did a marathon yesterday. And
Yes, we want to
PR'd
talk
my
about that.
marathon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it happened by accident.
I love these happen chance things. These are great.
like so for surf, Russ Hartzell
Yeah.
is coaching me.
Okay, good.
And he's like, you are signed up for like a ton of races. He's like, so you need to, not try to PR all these races. Like these are like training runs.
I've heard this story before.
And on the way there, I forgot my gym boss. I feel like I'm going to burp. Sorry.
That's okay. Just do it right into the microphone.
I mean, that's what I did.
That's what
It's
Kevin
fine.
just did.
It went away. Sorry. Next time.
If you get back sweats, you can use the bathroom here. Just saying.
So I'm on the way and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to set my watch to heart rate. So if my heart rate gets too high, then I'll walk and then I'll run some more. And I was like, let me just see. I went to the pacer tent and I'm like, do you have any walk run pacers? And they're like, no, we don't have any, I don't think. So I was like, okay. And then I start running and I'm right next to the 5-hour pacers. It's two people. And all of a sudden I see them walking and I was like, hey, are you doing walk run? And they were like, yeah, we're doing 60-30. And normally, well, I've always thought in my mind that 30 seconds doesn't feel like enough time to recover. So I've always done like 2 and 1, 3 and 1. I did 4 and 2. But I was like, well, and first off, I said to them, I don't think I can do a 5-hour marathon, but I'll stick with you. And they're like, yeah, stick with us for as long as you can. So I did well sticking with them. And then I knew I was going to have to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, do I want to go to the bathroom and then try to catch up to them? Or do I want to try and go faster now? And then if I go to the bathroom, then I don't really have to catch up. I'm just like right with them still. And I was like, I'm going to go faster.
Yeah.
So I went faster and I was able to go to the bathroom, come out, and I was still ahead of them. So, but I could still within earshot hear.
Okay.
They're
3,
beeping?
2, 1.
Yeah.
Well, he was yelling it. They do Disney.
3,
pacing.
2,
Yeah.
1.
So they know how to throw their voice. And so sometimes like I couldn't hear anymore and I would just put on music and just kind of do my own thing. And then at the end, I keep burping outside of the mic. I should burp in the mic. I'm trying to be a lady here. So I got within like the last 3 miles and I was like, I'm just going to run as much as I can. Like I would run until my heart rate like would get up to 168 and then I would walk.
Yeah.
And normally I try to keep my heart in the easy zone, but I'm like, you know what, for a race, like it's not bad once in a while to just like push it. So
What's your easy zone? Because 168 is like redlining for me.
Really?
Yeah, it is for me too.
Yeah, I'm not. Mine's not that. Mine's not like that.
So my MAF heart rate zone is 132.
Oh gosh,
believe it's
no,
132.
Jesus. So I did a calculation on that. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to like I get the short term of that where you take 180, subtract your age, blah 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 blah. That gives you the number you're supposed to use. But the problem with that is it doesn't give you your actual redline heart rate. So what I've done is I actually went and actually redlined my heart rate.
Well, then you're following the 80-20 plan versus the Maffetone plan.
Yes.
So there's lots of different race techniques out there, and all of them, the whole reason all of those exist, regardless of whether you're doing perceived effort, whether you're doing 80-20,
Yeah.
whether you're doing the MAF, all of that is to make sure that the majority of your training run is in a easy zone,
Yeah.
regardless of what that easy zone is.
yeah.
They define, lots of them define it different ways, but it's all because we all actually run at a moderate pace mostly,
Most
not
of the time.
not in an easy
Yep.
pace. Most people find themselves in
That's
moderate.
true. I agree.
So my easy is 125 to 140, and that is based on the math of whatever.
The
you
math,
said.
yeah.
And then my max is 169 to 188.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So my my anaerobic power, which is the most DD most, is like anything over 170. And then my anaerobic endurance is 164, 170. But I like to do all my runs, but like if it goes over 140, I'm like, slow down.
If I run my butt off as hard as I can, I might reach 180.
Oh yeah.
Might
Oh,
reach
fuck.
180.
I can hit 180 pretty damn fast.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my resting heart rate's low.
Body.
Mine is too. My resting heart rate's like 150, 156.
Resting heart
Resting
rate?
heart rate.
I mean, sorry, 56.
God
Why did
damn, I was like, Jesus, Joe, you need to go to the doctor, get that shit looked at, bro.
56, not 156.
Sorry to everybody who
God.
just we yelled right into your ears.
Sorry. We freaked out. Go.
50,
Jeez.
56.
So my average.
My fucking heart rate just went up.
Let's see. My average heart rate for the full marathon ended up being 159.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And it's okay for a race. Like you said, I will, for a race, I've seen mine average out in like the high 140s.
I used to do all my running like that. Like,
Yeah, let's
I
go.
didn't know. Like I was just always in.
If
like
I stayed that
160,
high
170.
for a long time, there's no way I could do an ultra.
Well, I ended up having issues like cortisol issues.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Because you're just stressing
Did,
yourself
like,
out so much.
Yeah.
I did a saliva cortisol test, and they were like, "Yeah, you're in adrenal fatigue." That was a whole other mess.
Oh.
There's a really good,
Yeah.
there's an actual really good supplement for that called Adrenal. That's the name of the supplement. It's really good
They
for,
got ashwagandha.
yeah, I don't know what's got in it, but it's really good
Isn't
for,
that for your
it's really good for
pee-pee?
adrenal.
Ashwagandha? Isn't that for your penis?
No,
So
palmetto.
What?
Palmetto.
That's a bug.
saw palmetto.
Saw palmetto is really good for erectile dysfunction and other issues.
So when you had adrenal fatigue, how was that?
It felt awful. And I found out because I had a really bad experience at a race. This was years ago. I did a race called Amazing Race. It's like a smaller version of the big televised
TV show?
Amazing Race.
Yeah.
And you do like challenges, not quite obstacles. It's like challenges along the way. It's about 5 miles. But I felt like I had no go. You know what I mean? Like you're trying and you can't. And I ended up having to stop the race. And I also felt very depressed. And so three times in my life, I have thought I was depressed. The first time, I was anemic and had to have iron infusions. The second time, it was adrenal fatigue. And then the third time I was actually depressed. But that was after my sister passed away. So, yeah, I had to cut out sugar. I had to cut out caffeine. Like basically my doctor was like anything that will stress your adrenal glands, no running,
no.
no And so I just kind of had to do a reset. I was supposed to do it for a year, but I only did it for like 6 months.
Oh, fucking
Yeah. That's a long time.
so long.
Yeah. So then I tested the waters like with a 5K, and then, so
Kind of gradually built up.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Well, congratulations on your PR.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. So my first marathon was 5:44, and this one was 4:55.
So you've got a bunch of stuff signed up for, but
Sorry, I just want to say that is amazing.
That's great.
what is right now in your mind? What is your goal race for you in the future? Right now?
my goal race right now is surf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you going to try
is
to
a 48-hour
48-hour running
around
festival.
how much?
It is a 1.5 mile loop.
What are you
on
shooting
a
for?
Soccer complex. So I want to do it in under the cutoff time for Tampa Bay 100.
Okay.
You want to do
100
100 miles?
36 hours.
Yeah. Probably even less, because I know a point to point is going to be tougher than a loop. So Russ seems to think I can do it in under 30 hours. I'm like,
You can.
Yeah, it's going to be all about minimizing the stops.
yeah.
And not.
That's what
and
a
not
lot of
sitting
it
down.
boils down to.
I sat down a lot.
See, and I didn't sit down to rest at either SOS or Sizzler. It was
Yeah.
either to change my shoes, or like, I think one time Francis was like, "You need to sit a minute and you need to eat this." I think that was at Sizzler, but
Yeah.
I knew. I am guilty of frequent stops because I'll think, "Oh, I need this, I need that, I need this," but I do know that the sitting is a trap, so I don't sit. And plus, I've heard that it's harder to get going
Yep.
with your muscles
Yeah.
once you sit.
Yeah, you'll do a little bit of power limping until you start moving normally again.
Craig.
It takes a little bit.
Craig and Nicole's power
Yep.
limping.
Yep.
So I try not to get stuck, get stuck
I
into that.
I really am excited to see how you do.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I think
You're
it's going to
very
be
excited.
amazing.
You're going to do some great things in the ultra community. So
Well, she's already doing.
I know.
great
She
things.
did
Yeah.
more great things
Yeah.
in the ultra community.
So, do you think you're going to do surgery on the other foot?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So you
don't
just
know.
self-managing has just kind of been
It's
the
not bothered me since I've been walk running. Right from the
thing.
beginning.
Are you telling me that this has been the key the whole fucking time?
I think
I'm gonna
so.
just tell you. 2 years ago, I was already telling you this.
Yes, but the problem is I wasn't running 100 miles 2 years ago. I wasn't running 50 miles 2 years ago.
Yeah, and you know what? If you were one walking then and doing it now, it doesn't matter how far you were going.
I ran walk with Mary on Saturday. Did 8 miles.
Yeah, and Mary is kicking tail.
She did. She kicked ass this Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm doing Jupiter Ridge Sandspur.
Okay.
Ew, a tough one.
Yeah. And then
Do you like the berm?
I never did the berm. I volunteered, so I think I need to
yeah.
train on the berm.
You should. Let us know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll run with you.
We put together a
we'll
group
support.
run and do it sometime.
Yeah, let's do it.
be
Maybe I'll
fun.
do it barefoot.
Yeah, that's fun. I did it.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I've
it-
got the sandals. I've just not worn them.
I did it naked, bare feet, like no sandals. It's really fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Well, no, I would do that, but I just want to try my sandals. So then I was like, well, I'm going to try Jupiter Ridge because I got a free race entry because I volunteered at Hungryland
Yeah.
overnight. And then I was like, then I'll see if I want to do a series of unfortunate 5Ks. But then I signed my husband up to volunteer for Jupiter Ridge Sandspur. So he got a free race entry. So I went ahead and signed up for a series of unfortunate 5Ks. But it's on the same day that my brother died. So
Yes.
it'll be another anniversary run.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way you think.
What else
Yeah.
else do you have signed up? You got
Well, I will
surf.
tell you, you are guaranteed to get top 10.
Okay.
Unless other people sign up. This is not until
Jupiter
July.
Ridge?
No, at Trident, at the series of unfortunate 5Ks. You're guaranteed to get top 3 right now if nobody else signs up.
All right.
I like the way this sounds.
Yeah.
Actually, so
It's early,
Juniper, yeah, I was gonna say Jupiter Sand. You're like guaranteed to be in the top 11.
Okay. All right.
So you really
Take it.
just
Take it.
Yeah.
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 I love it.
I'm doing Whispering. Is it
Whispering Pines.
Whispering Pines. It's so good. I'm going back this year.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I've never done that one.
I'm signed up for it this year because it's not the same day as the Skunk Ape race this year.
Yeah.
So it was always a conflict because I was always doing the skunk ape races. But then again, I don't know if I'm going to do it this year or not either because I got something else in my training plans for the month of February. So we'll see what happens.
I know what it is. Pick me.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I
My
remember.
hands up. Pick me. I know.
What was I going to say? So I have Skunk Ape 100 on my calendar, but I don't know if I'm going to volunteer again or if I'm going to run. It's funny because I listened to one of your pods after Skunk Ape 100 and you guys were talking about Natasha doing the Miami 50-50.
Yes.
And I messaged her. I was like, hey, if you need a partner for Miami 50-50, I'm like, I want to do it. And she was like, oh, well, I'm signed up for Skunk Ape 50, so we'll have to see. So
Yeah. Play it by ear.
That's on my short list this year.
is Miami 50-50?
Yes.
All right. Who's doing it with you?
Me.
Nice.
I've been wanting to do it for years and it's never worked out. So now that I've kind of determined that I can't make comrades happen next year,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that
That's
race.
the same weekend as Comrades.
It's basically around the same time. So it'll be a good.
Well, and you like the urban stuff
I
too.
love the urban
I
stuff.
enjoyed the Wawa crawl.
Oh, we did a version of the Wawa.
I just did a mini
Yeah.
version recently.
Yeah. We
yeah.
did the fun,
You
stupid
just go and you make a dumb little route. Like last week or the week before I did my donut route where I started at my house. I ran to Tasty-O and then ran home.
That's awesome.
The urban run isn't going to work too good from my house, but I got really great trails around.
You should try it.
I actually
got great
did.
trails.
Well, I think it was like a 20 to 25 mile training run one day. And after getting my passport, my ex dropped me off at a convenience store and my goal was to run home. Well, I missed one of my turns because I was practicing for Vol State and running against the highway on 441. And then I was going to take all these other turns around. And at one point I missed my turn and I realized I was next to, was it Indian Lakes?
Yeah.
That's across the street from where you're at. And
Yeah.
so I cut through those really tall horse trails
Yeah.
to get to the other side. And then I ran down that entire road that it takes to from your house to baseline.
Yeah, the road in front of my house is
Or
kind of sketch.
your house to
with
Boulevard.
traffic. They kind of fly through. There's no sidewalks and it's just,
Oh, I've run across it. It's fine.
yeah.
There's not a lot of traffic though.
There is a shit ton of traffic on there.
I mean,
And it's not even it's bad traffic too. It's like dump trucks and water tankers. And
Yeah, so if you want to practice
Yee
for Ball
boys.
State, that's the
Yeah.
road to do it
that's
on.
the road.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
I better start practicing.
But
Yeah.
but
I'm
you
just
can
kidding.
go
I'm
right
not
out
doing
my
Ball State.
you can go out my door in just a few feet and be in trails though.
That is
So,
true. We need to run that trail. Is that trail up by you still flooded? Indian?
I was going to actually go up there and check it out again because I really would like to put on a race.
Because I got brand new trail shoes sitting right over there. They need to get muddy.
I think we need to put some mud in them.
I do. They need
yeah.
to get muddy.
Let's do it. And I want to take you guys out and check out that 2 mile prairie too. You guys got to
Yeah.
see that. It's really nice.
Yeah.
All right. So what else? What are we missing? What else do we need to cover?
Well, I don't know.
We could sit and talk to you forever.
I just
Yeah,
want
we really could.
I just want to say we're really excited about asking you to come onto the pod because you really quickly become one of us. You are a follower of the pod. We see you at the races and we gravitate towards you. You gravitate to us. Whatever, however it works.
Yeah,
we find
get to hang
we
out.
always
Yeah.
find each other and end up chatting. So that's really fun. I mean, it's really been awesome to get to know you, and your husband has a really sexy stash.
Oh my God, it's the best mustache ever. It's like, you know how Joe's got a really nice beard? He has an amazing mustache.
He does.
You know
It's
what?
actually my mustache. I don't know if you, so he made a post and it said something about stroking your mustache.
and you're like, free mustache
higher.
rides.
Jesus Christ, Joe. God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
And I commented, I said, well, does it have to be your own mustache or can I stroke yours? And he was like, well, it's actually your mustache. So I'm like, okay. That's so funny.
Kevin's got a thing for mustaches. He loves your husband's, Greg's.
Oh, Greg's got a great mustache, too.
Yeah.
I'm jealous because I have a shitty mustache.
Mustache
I can't grow a good mustache.
I literally I grow the crap. My beard grows good. My mustache grows even better, but I trim it so much because I can't stand to have all that hair in my
Joe,
mouth.
you need a Fu Manchu.
Listen, I could grow Fu Manchu in like 5 seconds.
Fucking let's go.
In like 5 seconds. Like I'll literally be eating hair. When I first started growing this thing,
God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
Not pubes.
I pressed the button so you didn't have to make the joke. I preemptively pressed it.
He made it.
My hair will literally grow over my lip and be touching my bottom lip in about a month.
Do it.
My brother has that problem too.
Yeah. Really?
Where he's got to do the trim so he's not constantly.
Eating it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and my husband will say, he's like, I have to have a straw because everything gets in my mustache. Or
And that's why I started trimming it, because I started growing his beard as a challenge, as a 1-year challenge. I retired, never been able to grow it. So I just went for a whole year. Within about 2 months, I had to start trimming my mustache. I'm like, I can't stand this.
Yeah.
This is
2 months without trimming.
See, he can't
It was
stand
horrible.
but he gets so many compliments
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
That's just
he's
that
like,
that reinvigorates.
He's got to keep it.
Of course he does.
He'll be like, I can't wait till I get to shave this for the next costume that we're doing.
And then do a costume for
He's
it.
like, I had to shave for the costume.
I don't know
And
that.
grow again.
I don't think people would like me anymore if I trimmed my beard off.
I would have a hard time looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
But it's true. I would be like, God, just fucking grow it back already.
It's such an
My husband
identifying
does look
thing.
Completely
different person.
Although, what if I stopped wearing glasses?
It would
Yeah.
be okay.
Joe can't cut his beard, and I.
No, Joe can't cut this beautiful glory.
It's for whatever it defines me in this community.
It doesn't
this ultra
define you.
community. Like people know me as the guy with the beard.
Oh, you're the guy with
Oh,
the beard.
yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
It's your identity now.
It is.
Yep. Who would you be without the beard?
Well, right now I'm going to be Santa. With
I was gonna say. I was about to say. You got the big Nick energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Nick energy.
Saint
That's
Nick
fucking
too.
funny.
You like the size of my neck. You just see the size of my feet.
God, that's a button.
I'll do this one. There you go. I will acknowledge a joke. I will acknowledge that one.
All right. So thank you very much again for coming out. It took a little time to get here, so we really appreciate it. And we value your time with us. And I'm listening. I'm really looking forward to the world finding out a little bit more about Emily.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to hear about surf and then Tampa crewing.
Let's
it's gonna
go.
be. I am already excited for next year's Tampa.
Woo woo.
Yeah, I'm excited because I don't have to fucking run it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I want to sit on that bench.
No, you know what? I'll let you sit on the bench.
Like, can I
'Cause
pet that dog?
Yes, you sure can. You can sit on every fucking bench we get to.
Oh, and I'll get to hallucinate.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, you might at surf.
Yeah, you probably will at surf too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, I've hallucinated before, but
Yeah,
I've
different
But-
kinds.
but in a different
That's
way.
a different context.
It's your brain giving you more drugs. This is
yes.
Hallucinogenics.
all right. Thank you guys for listening to Where's the Finish podcast. Please review us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Make sure to visit our website, www.where'sthefinishpodcast.com.
Let's go.